Let's do PTE Reading Fill in the Blanks 2. That's the second video. The first one you might have seen. There are two examples we are going to do here. This is the text with 4 blanks and 7 choices. Let's do it. The first thing we do is to find out, look at the choices and determine what are these choices. Okay, whether these are nouns, verbs, adjectives, or whatever. So write simple, what are these? These are adjectives. Determination, noun. This TION helps us to find out, yes, these are nouns. Distance is a noun. Road, paths, these are all the nouns. Okay, let's move on to the blanks as we return to the dash truths that exist in us. So this truth is a noun. What type of truths? That's the word that will come here. It has to be an adjective. So only 2 choices are there. It can be either a right truth or a simple truth. So right truth doesn't mean anything. It means it has to be a simple truth. So as we return to the simple truths that exist in us, we blank sum ourselves from the collective hysteria and can intervene realistically. There are 2 sentences and with an and. So the rule of parallel construction works here because this can also has a we can intervene. So we can intervene and we can do something here. It means, what is can? Can is the first form of the verb. So we need a verb with the first form. We do ourselves, we something ourselves. What's the verb here? But there's no verb here. Determination, accusation, path, road, these are not verbs. Distance is a noun. But if you look closely, this distance can also be used as a verb. So that's why this will fit here. We distance ourselves. We move ourselves away. Okay, so that's the second meaning of the word. We distance ourselves from the collective hysteria and can intervene realistically in the world around us. At some point, tragedy crosses the something of every human being. There is, of course, a noun. Crosses what? Crosses determination, accusation. No. Crosses a road. Yes. Crosses a path. Yes. So it can be either this or this. Now, do we have a road of every human being? Or a path of every human being? Yes. So path fits here. So we have path. Crosses the path of every human being. It might be the destruction of a city, the death of a child, a baseless something, or an illness. What are these? These are all nouns with some negative meaning. So we have to select a noun that fits here. A baseless determination? No. Or a baseless accusation? Yes. So accusation is a word that can fit here. So we have done all of them correctly. That's good. Let's move to another example. Okay. Complicated, heavy, hero, threat. Okay. It was too something to get involved in new wars. Too. This is adding to the degrees of something. Too, like we can say too heavy, too tight. So what are these? These are adjectives. So it means this too tells us, hints us that this word can be an adjective. It can be too function, it can be too genocide, too problem, too hero, too threat. These are all nouns. So these are all nouns. They can't be more or less. Yes, it can be too heavy or too complicated. So too heavy to get involved in new wars or too complicated to get involved in new wars. So too complicated. Grammatically, even too heavy is also okay. Let's move on. And so the enemy could not be the something in Rwanda or the fratricide in Yugoslavia. This or tells us that these two parts of the sentence are parallel. So they should have the same structure. This Rwanda and Yugoslavia are countries in fratricide, so something very parallel to this. What's that word here? Fratricide. Even if you don't know the meaning of this word, fratricide, if you just look at the formation of the word and we try to find out a word here that is very similar to this one, so we have a word genocide. So we say, okay, genocide fits here, and we just plug in genocide. Side is killing, so fratricide is killing brothers, genocide is killing people. So now technically this word goes here, genocide in Rwanda or the fratricide in Yugoslavia. Thus the great dash at the end of the last century became the cigarette. Okay, great something. Now, great hero, great threat, great problem. We have three choices here. Let's keep on reading. Yes, believe it or not, there was a time not so very long ago when the greatest dash to the modern world was a small cylinder of paper. Greatest what? And this is a 2. So what word goes with this 2? Hero to something, problem to something, or threat to something? Yes, threat goes with this 2. So this preposition goes with this word here. So we have threat to the modern world. Greatest threat to the modern world. Okay? Now we go again to the previous blank. The great, what at the end of the last century became the cigarette? The great hero or the great problem? Of course, the great problem. So we have the great problem. So we have all of them fitted correctly. It's time to move on and press next. Thank you.